You guys have been asking about Sleepy Joe the S10. Last time I spoke to you guys, we had an issue out at the track where transmission had broken to some extent. So last night, I was out here wrenching and trying to work on the car because we got a little truck showdown out in the Immokalee Raceway coming. I want to say it's sometime in late January. I think January 26th. So I'm gonna be coming out here and doing some racing with the truck. For all you who don't know Sleepy Joe is an S10, 89 S10. Appreciate everybody that's hopping on real quick. This is just a little quick update of the truck. Well, yeah, guys, as you last saw it, the truck itself had an issue with the transmission. It had broken the tail shaft. So I want to show you guys the extent as to what happened to good old Sleepy Joe, the S10, and the theories that we got. And maybe some of you guys might be able to chime in and tell me something different, but this is the power glide that is in Sleepy Joe. Y'all can see Sleepy Joe right there, 89 S10 square body. This was the transmission, and we made that burnout pass, whatever you guys want to call it, and boom, look what we got. See this? Check that out. A lot of people said, well, what motor mount or transmission mount you're using? It's a little rubber one, polyurethane with some spacers on it, but catastrophic, man. That tail is no good. So we pulled it out last night. I got under there. Like I said, I want to get this truck ready for that little truck showdown. And that's what we got, man. Like it took a dump. So I was concerned about the case being damaged. It looked like the case was damaged. But as you zoom in here, there's a little part here. Let me see if I could, somehow, some way this phone could. I thought that this little thing right here, I don't know if it could be seen, but this right here, I thought it was a crack. It's actually looked like a crack, but it's not a crack. What's up, Rapid? It's part of this casting that actually extends and is protruding out. So it's not a, man, it's hard to focus with this. Well, it's not a crack. So that's a good thing. That means that I could reuse this and just, switch get a new tail for it and run it. So I had my buddy, James, we went to go get his. He gave me a sweet deal, man, for $500. He gave me this power glide that was actually in his car. And, I was going to use it and just swap it, but the shaft or input shaft is different. And I guess in Mopars, I don't know, but this is cut out. So usually you only got 5 bolts that'll bolt onto an LS. So, I don't want to risk it with only 4 bolts because that's all we would have. And then the other option would be to cut this off and put a new bell housing on it. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do to just make sure that it wasn't a fluke with the truck, I'm going to use it for parts. I'm going to take this tail housing out, and I'm going to put this tail on the other transmission, which was basically new. I might change the pan as well to that deep pan, because this one got a shallow pan. But guys, yeah, I was under the impression that this transmission, the case was broken on it. So I ended up ordering, and it just came today, a whole aftermarket case, man, which I haven't even opened. So let me see if I find something to open it with real quick. And when you need like a blade or something, you don't find it. I'm gonna see if I use this old handy dandy thing, and we'll go check this out and see what it is. Now I got this guys from Hand Ram Performance on Facebook, and they gave me a smoking deal. They actually this month they got a deal on these aftermarket cases. Comes with a tail and everything. I think I paid just a little over $1,000. I think it was like 1,000 and change, 1,060 something, 50 something. But check this out, man. This is neat. Little unboxing video. Man, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. That thing is beautiful, man. That thing is beautiful, man. Wow. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Check that out. Wow. That's exciting, man. Just looking at the difference in thickness compared to the factory, that's night and day, man. That's night and day. The craftsmanship on this is on point. And like I said, it's usually $1,250. Bro, look at that, bro. That's a beauty. That'll probably be the most beautiful thing this car has, other than the shifter that I got for it, which the shifter is a little overkill for this car as well. Because like I said, man, this is just a 6-liter with some nitrous. Really hoping I could race other dailies, little street trucks, and have some fun with it. But yeah, man, that's a big difference. Big difference, man. Come to find out, man, that I might not need it. But I'm going to go ahead and let's check out this tail. See what this tail looks like. Oh, yeah. For sure. Well, I mean, I think originally it's like $1,200, this whole kit, but you can see right now, right away, this difference, man. I mean, usually this is a piece that comes, I don't think it comes included. I think it's like after, but you know, to get the whole thing for $1,000, I mean, those people are having a great sale right now, man. So shout outs to them, you know, for being able to provide this. I mean, that's going to look super, man. But I'm looking at the difference between this and just the weight. Check that out, guys. I mean, obviously this has the mating flange, but just all in all, if I were to compare them both, yeah, I know. Y'all wanted to know what I was running as a converter, man. The converter in this truck made a big difference, man. And I can't stress it enough, man. A converter is like one of the most important pieces to this puzzle. So I'm running a PTC custom-made converter on it. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I called them up, told them exactly what setup I had, and they made me a custom one right for the truck. And let me tell you, it helped out. You know, the truck went way faster, and it didn't even feel that fast. It actually moved pretty good. So right now, guys, what I'm thinking of doing, let's check out this little engine. Like I said, I'm gonna get nitrous on this real quick, man. Should have had it already on it, but I didn't. I seen Billy the Kid, man. He bought a newer looking S10. Well, same square body, looking real clean, man. Maybe one day I get to race him, man. I mean, I'm gonna have an LS too, so LS with some nitrous, little street truck, man. Ready to have some fun, ready to party. Good old Sleepy Joe. So yeah, guys, real quick, tonight we're gonna be live at Immokalee Raceway. Yeah, we did. You know what, I'm gonna let you guys know a little insight of something that happened to me. And I'm thinking that might have led to the catastrophic failure that I had when I brought when I brought the truck home, that before that night, when I brought it home, when I was loading it up on the trailer, not on the racing night, but when I was taking it from where they had done the rear end on the truck, um, when I was driving it up on the ramp, I revved it a little bit too much, and the driver's wheel, came off the ramp, and the truck hit the trailer and actually almost came off, leaned. I'm thinking and guessing that because nobody knows, man. We put the car on the floor. We did everything we had to do, and we saw it. Yeah, man. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he sure did, dude. I had this, man. I'm getting ready to put a motor in this, which is going to be our giveaway car. And my plan was, I reached out to Billy to talk to him through Facebook, but I never got a response. My thing was, I was trying to see if I was going to get this, a little street, little Mustang, and go out there and race Stranger Things. That was what I wanted to pitch to him, but obviously he got rid of that car, and I'm still gonna go ahead and finish this off, and this is gonna be our giveaway car. So we'll see how that works out. But back to the topic, man, of Sleepy Joe, man. Y'all can see, man, Sleepy Joe's set up, dude. He's ready to make some pulls. Maybe I'll go down there and I'll race him in this little S10. With his new S10. Probably not the killer S10, but this S10 would be pretty equally matched to what he just bought. That he's gonna put a 6.2 in it, and this got a 6 liter, not a 6.2, but it's a 6 liter with a 250 shot of nitrous, man. So it definitely likes to party. But yeah, well, back to what I was saying, guys. This tire came off the ramp when I was putting it up the trailer. This tire came off the ramp, and the car landed hard on the cow tracks on that one side. So I don't know, and maybe you guys could help me out with that. I'm thinking that maybe that angle going up the ramp and that tire coming off might have created some kind of shift or movement, because it was a hard hit, which might have severed this old case to the point where it hell yeah, that's what it's gonna look like, man. That's the picture right there, dude, man. You wrap it, man. You threw that comment, you threw me. That's how that baby's gonna coming out right at the line, man. Just like that. Wheeling it, maybe that's it, man. Maybe a foot and a half, but that's how it's gonna rip, dude. I can't wait, man. I wanted to keep on ripping on this stuff, man. The next step was putting on the nitrous. I got all the stuff there because it had nitrous at one point in time, but it had a carbureted setup. I took the carbureted setup. I will not do any LS swaps anymore with carbureted setup. I can't stand it. It drove me crazy. So I ended up doing the fuel injection. Got a Trailblazer SS intake on it, 80-pound injectors. Yeah, man, it's got a stage 4 cam, 862 heads off a 5.3 ported. Good little fun truck, man, to have some fun with. But yeah, man, I'm thinking that maybe getting it off the trailer is what caused the problem. When it fell, it might have shifted the angle somewhat, and it might have, to some extent, this is one of the older Power Glides. I'm believing, bro. In this case, it's old as heck. It's got these vents, they used to use this back in the days when the converters had fins and you were able to cool down your converter quicker or whatever the case may be. But I'm thinking this old case being old, that tail, when that shifted or hung off or hung over, because you can see, man, how flimsy this is. Check this out. You can see that, how flimsy that is, man, compared to this aftermarket. This thing is heavy, weighs like crazy, so it's a good solid. I probably increased some weight in the truck because I was like a little lightweight tranny, but, for the most part, this is weak, man. This is 40, 50-year-old total weakness. And I don't doubt it, man. Who knows how many passes this thing had? Who knows what kind of life it lived? But, for the most part right now, I'm going to take it tonight to the track, have my buddy Tom take a look at it, make sure that there's nothing wrong with the shaft. There's nothing really wrong with the transmission. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back, put the tail housing, and tomorrow it'll be back on the truck, hopefully, man, if I get some time. The other thing I did was the drive shaft. I took it back to the drive shaft place to see if there's something wrong with the drive shaft. If it's got a dent or something happened to it. It could have been some vibration, but I'm I'm really leaning forward to thinking that it had to have been once I went over. So, well, I mean, what I want to do and what I'm thinking of doing is I want to put the tail of the one that I got from James, I want to put it on that transmission, just bolt the tail back on, put it all back together. Make sure I drive it on the trailer right this time where it doesn't lean over. And I'm not even going to drive it on the trailer. What I'm going to do is this week, once I get the drive shaft back, and tomorrow when I put in the what the hell am I calling it, man? Tomorrow when I put in the transmission back, because that's my plan, put the transmission back in tomorrow with the new tail. If this guy gives me the okay tonight, that everything is looking okay, I'm gonna put that back in. I'm gonna pick up the drive shaft on Monday, and then I'm gonna go racing somewhere here around my block. I got a couple streets there, man, where they're empty. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just gonna rip it off the trans brake 4 or 5 times, 6 times. You guys will be there with the live because I'm gonna bring the phone with me. I'm gonna set up a tripod. I'm gonna see if I can get one of my sons to come and film it. But I'm gonna do a couple rips on it on the street, see what it does, and then from there, I'm gonna get back under it and make sure that there's nothing touching, that everything is okay. If it's broken again, then obviously we have a bigger issue. And you know, I want to do it before I go and change all the internals into the new case and spend all that time and money, and then it breaks again or has a problem. I want to make sure that there is no problem and that maybe the problem was me loading it up on the trailer. I also got to see when I load it up on the trailer, I got to see what kind of angle that drive shaft does to where it's not binding in any kind of way, man. But I'm thinking that that could have been it because we've checked the angles with everything put on and nothing's ever happened, dude. And I appreciate it, Flux. Yeah, man, it's a super cool truck, dude. It's got a full interior. I ended up, a lot of people want to put racing seats in it. So I ended up getting these cool Corvette seats that my buddy had at his house. And we ended up modifying them and making them fit in. So for the most part, I'm going to put the other seat in, put carpet in. It's got the full dash in it. You know, all I got to do is, like I said, just carpet it up and be done. Yeah, I got a GoPro, man. That'd be something to look at. That's a great idea, man. I'm gonna try to get my GoPro and put it under there, man. Thank you to Local for the insight, man, because definitely that's a great idea, man. I'll put it under there, and we'll make it happen. The other next upgrade that I want to do is I want to change this steering wheel. You know, it's kind of tight up here. You know, put like one of those detachable ones so I could get in and out. Well, it's gonna have, yeah, 100%. I'm gonna try to put it so I can do it in the track. But for the most part, it's gonna be right around this time. So it'll probably be like around a 5 o'clock pass or 4 o'clock. I mean, even though now it gets dark real quick. But that's gonna be the next step, man. The next step is gonna be to just put the tail housing on this one before I touch that beauty. You know, because this truck, man, I've seen these power glides behind 5-second cars, man, and never had an issue, man. So this shouldn't have been an issue in this truck, man, where it doesn't produce near the amount of horsepower that is there. So I'm going to put, so you guys know, and then once we're racing again, you're aware. And if anybody asks you on the chat while I'm doing that filming, y'all will know exactly what to tell people when they ask what the hell's going on. And I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are solid. You guys always show up to the lives, man. That's what it's about, you know, supporting the local racer. Not yet. I know I got to put a hoop for sure. That's something that I've been meaning to slap on, and we were gonna slap it on, but I wanted to get it out to the track so bad, and I didn't. And that's what the next thing would be, that, man, to put a drive shaft loop. You know, it's already set up to put it in. I just haven't gotten under there and do it. I'll probably do it now once I get the drive shaft back. But the plan is to grab that tail housing off of that transmission. I'm going to swap the pan out, too, because that'll probably help it and stiffen it up. You know, the fact that, you know, it's a deep pan. Maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me. And I'm going to go ahead and put that tail right onto this transmission. I'm not going to touch that aftermarket case right now. I'm going to put that in there, put the motor mount on it, or transmission mount it back in the truck, put the drive shaft back into that. Hopefully the drive shaft comes back with good news. If they tell me that the drive shaft has issues, then maybe that was the problem. But if the drive shaft comes back, I'm going to put the drive shaft back in it, and we're going to go testing. If it breaks again, then I know that there's big, serious problems with the truck because the angles are right. We got under it. We put weight under it. Shouldn't be having this problem. Nobody knows why it happened. The only thing I could think of is maybe that trailer incident. So we're gonna go and test it on the street, do a bunch of passes on foot brake, trans brake, as many passes as I can. I mean, I got a freaking 20-gallon gas tank back there, so that ain't gonna run out of gas at all. And it's full because I only was able to make one pass at the track. So we're gonna make as many passes as we can, and then I'm gonna get under there, check the GoPro footage, see what it's doing down there, and at the same time, make sure that nothing broke. If it's broken and the tail house breaks, then it was cheap insurance to have just spent, whatever that was to put just that tail housing instead of breaking this, because it's not a matter of horsepower, it's a matter of truck flexing or whatever the case may be. Because I don't want to break this for sure. So I want to be able to deal with the root of the problem first, and we'll go from there. Maybe it was just one of those flukes, one of those things. This was the transmission, guys, that was in the truck before. It was a turbo 350. It didn't have a trans brake, and it was leaking through here like crazy, driving me insane. So I got my buddy Tom, the same guy who does my transmissions. I'm gonna have him, replace this gear selector here, which is where it's leaking through. I tried to replace the seal, but there's something with the shaft that is causing it to to not seal properly. So we're taking that to him tonight at the track, and I'm gonna have him visually inspect the power glide, which I'm gonna load into the into the truck as well. So guys, we should be at Immokalee Raceway like always, right around 7:30. I should be going live. Hopefully we don't lag, and hopefully we don't lose a lot of the service. But yeah, man, this is what we got. Could be a daily driver. It's got full exhaust all the way to the back. I really wanted to run these full exhaust class that actually make it more street. I mean, like I was telling one guy, I said, if right now I wanted to, I could grab this motor, put and make it turbo immediately and vent it out, the hood or vent it out the fender and be done with it. But I don't know, man. I'm a nitrous guy. I love turbos, man, but I'm a nitrous guy, old school guy. I like to spray and pray, man. So that's what we got, guys. So I appreciate you guys for coming out here and spending 20 minutes of your life, just talking around and having a good time. Hopefully I'll see you guys out there tonight. If you guys got any advice, again, man, I'm always open to it, always open to the comments, and I appreciate that you guys actually chime in and let me know exactly what you're doing, man. That's awesome, JDM Mike, man. Can't wait to see your car ripping out there, dude. It's just a matter of time, man, but I mean, these things, they take time and money and more time. But everything will come to play, man. Everything will come to pass, man. I'm just hoping that we are able to dial it all in, man, and have a good time. Like I said, when it's downtime here and I'm not filming, I like to go out there and race. By no means I have a full-fledged race car. We just got some cool toys. I used to have a Mustang, but got rid of it, and now this is what we got, man. I'm gonna, like I said, that's gonna have a motor and transmission soon, and that's gonna be having some fun with. And then we're gonna figure out how we raffle it out on YouTube, man. I don't know if it's gonna be, I don't know the ins and out yet, but it's in my heart and my best intentions, man, to raffle this out to a lucky winner, man. It's a 93, last year of the Fox body. It's a hatch. It's got I got brand new 9010 shocks for it. All I need to do is get a coilover kit. I'm gonna put a Facebook post here. Somebody's got the little coilover kit for it, and I'm gonna have my buddy, just go through it, man. Drop the LS motor, transmission, drive shaft, run the brake lines through it, and hopefully, man, somebody will get it. I'm not gonna make it extremely fast. We're gonna build it. We're gonna take it to Immokalee. We're gonna test it. We're gonna make sure that you guys see everything about it. Do a nice full build video on it. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and raffle it. So hopefully, that comes to pass, man, because it's a beautiful car, super clean roller right now. But it's going to have some goodies in it, man. So that's all I got for you guys. Wish I had more content at this moment in time, but we'll be live tonight, man. Hopefully that crazy guy, for you guys who are members of the channel, man, I put that video up there, man. That guy was going insane, talking a ton of smack. And I had to put him on blast, man. I'm usually not that kind of guy, but I mean, if you want to come to the track and talk smack in front of kids and little kids and, and just go crazy with it, man, you're going to get exposed, man. And that's exactly what we did. We threw him under the bus, and it's a wild video. Probably within the next week or so, we'll be putting it out for everybody else to see, but it's one of those where I'm still reluctant to really drop it. I mean, I don't want to go too crazy, but that guy was insane. You guys can see him. For those who are non-members, you guys can go back on the live that we did at the Fall Brawl event, and he went psycho at the end, man. So that's awesome, Flux, man. Yeah, I know. Tonight I'm gonna be on the ladder too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That ladder got my hip going crazy. I think it was Bert. He had told me, man. He said you're gonna feel it the next morning, and sure enough, man, going up on that ladder, I was feeling it. So I don't know. I'm bringing the ladder tonight with me. I might go up on it just to catch some action and keep you guys entertained. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good night, man. I know that there's a couple fast cars out there, and it gives us something to do, Friday nights, man. So. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I hope to see you tonight, man. Did you see the video, man? Because if you don't have the notifications on Rapid, you didn't get to see that video, man. But I put it there for like a members only, and it's nothing against nobody. I just wanted, to honor, that which I set forward, man, that you guys would get, exclusive content and you guys would get a little more intimate with, and I'm not talking no homo. I'm talking about just like a more personal one-on-one, talk, man. So hopefully one day, man, we all get to have like a huge picnic somewhere, where everybody could just show up, man, and just have a good time. I mean, I know that's easier said than done, but maybe we could do it at one of these main events or races or whatever the case may be. But that's good, guys, man. Another upgrade that I want to do to this truck. I was talking to Adam Hobson, Mac TV. He's got the Gap Train. They make what they call the Mac travel brackets. So I'm gonna buy those. I know I gotta get aftermarket A arms or control arms and aftermarket coilovers, but that bracket makes the thing, it has some crazy travel. So awesome, man. Awesome, man. So that's what we got, guys. I look forward to. I do paint and body too, so definitely I've been wanting to get some details done to this hood. So hopefully by the next time you guys really see the truck out in action, I'm gonna have this hood painted. I already did it to my tailgate and to my roll pan because it was just looking rough. And I don't got nothing against stuff looking rough, but I mean, as a body man, it's hard for me to to look at it and ignore it. Paint is flicking on and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sand it all down, put some primer on it, and paint it, black just like the truck. And that's it, man. We're supposed to get a sign for the back of the tailgate. It's gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna have an interesting character by here, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for, man. So I painted the tail pan. It looked all brand new. Now the bed corner's looking like crap. But I mean, I don't want to have too pretty of a race car because, like I said, once stuff begins to happen to it once you make it too nice. So man, I'm looking really forward to it. I know, right? They're looking a little rough. Sleepy Joe, I would love to get 17s, man, to be honest. I really like them 17s on there, the way that they look. So I might change these 15s and get 17s. I really dig the street bike tires. I mean, I know that there's other options for it, but I think that'll look neat, man. I mean, from a cosmetic point, get them street motorcycle tires on it and 17s on the front. But yeah, man, I can't wait to be doing that wheelie right there, dude. Hopefully it don't go higher than that because then I'm gonna really be in a hot mess, man. Hopefully, because like I said, one thing you guys haven't seen down here is the fact that I'm still running the truck oil pan. And look how low it sits, bro. I've been lazy to lift up this motor and get it off of there, but check that out, bro. That is about to hit whenever I go over a bump. So I'm kind of concerned, man. If I do a wheelie, man, and that thing comes down hard, I'm going to smash that oil pan to smithereens, bro. Right now it's got, the hell are they? Comp Engineering. Shocks in it, 3-way adjustable, nothing fancy. But yeah, I want to get the tubular A-arms. I want to get the coilovers and get those Mac travel brackets. I know. I'm going to have to put a couple diapers, dude, because that bitch she's something else. I got the oil pan for it, man. It's just that these S10s, man, the shit is tight. The headers don't fit right. It's got little shorty headers. Nothing fits right, man. But I like the truck, man, because every time I stand back and I look at it, it almost looks like a little toy, man. when you see it next to like a Silverado, F-150, you see it against all these big trucks, man, it looks like a little box, man, like a little toy, dude. I don't know, too local if clear coat will fix it. I mean, they're yellowing out. I'll probably buff them, probably wet sand and buff them. They should clear out. I want to get a different grill too, man. I don't know where this grill. Not too many S10s have I seen with this particular grill. I either see the one that has the 2 bars or something completely different, bro. I never seen it like that. So it's a little work in progress, man. But once we get it right, man, it's gonna be ripping, dude. And I want to definitely have some fun with it. Maybe run some hard tire classes. You know, that'd be something neat to do. Little truck classes. Yeah, man. I feel you, man. I feel you. We didn't see it down here, but it's got an 8.8. I took it out of a Ford Explorer. Lowering springs on it, cow track, everything. These are probably gonna go for sale soon because they're actually maxed out. When I had them, I bought them for like a regular truck, not dropped. And I'm gonna look at that, man. I'm gonna look at that right now. Once I go grab myself something to eat, man, I'm gonna look at one of those Cyclones, man. Probably will, bro. I love to have fun, man. Painting body's my thing, dude. That's why I got the Camaro there. Like I said, I shaved the door handles on. It's more like a little pro touring modern look, but just haven't had no time, man. And you know, I really enjoy talking to you guys. I really enjoy the live streaming. I really enjoy all of that. So it's like fighting me consistently, man. What up, DWI Adventure Bert? Dude, you weren't lying when you told me, man, that I was going to be feeling it on this ladder, dude. I've been feeling it for like 3 days after the event, man. My hips and legs, man, they were hurting. But tonight I'm going to go back out there, dude, and I'm going to have some fun. So the next time you guys see me, we'll be hopefully at the track, man, making some good time. So, guys, I appreciate you, man, for taking this time and watching this chat on me, listening to my BS, man, as I give you guys an update, bro. Hopefully, you know, one day I can meet you guys all in person, man, you know, and sooner than later. And we're just going to have fun with it, man, see where the channel goes. Can you mount the shotgun on a crossbar made for them? I can. Some dude also said that I like some spacers or something like that, because right now they are, dude. Right now they are. So my other option is Calvert Racing. When they asked me this question, they said they had 3 sets of shocks. I guess they have shocks for stock springs. They have shocks for lowering springs. They have shocks for, you know, 2 to 3 inch lowering springs. So each of them have a different travel setting. And what happened with mine is, I mean, I know the truck separates, but when you're driving it, you know, I only got about an inch and a half of travel, like, you know, like up and down. I mean, once it separates, it'll go up as high as it needs to go. But they have one specifically for it, and I just didn't buy that. I had stock springs on it, so I didn't really think that I was gonna put lowering springs on. I wasn't really thinking at that moment. At that moment, I just wanted to put some better shocks than what it had. It had some like Gabriel shocks, you know, old as dirt. You know, like the ugliest things I've ever seen. Like they were like, everything was ancient. So I just wanted to put something under there. And that's what I did. I bought the ones when I had the stock springs, because I wasn't even planning to go lowering springs. I was just looking to have some fun with the truck. You know, basically then dig deeper. Now that I got the lowering springs, now that I got the stance I want, now I need to buy the correct shock. So I just got to call Calvert Racing and let them know my measurements, and they'll send me over a set. And then what I'll do is I'll put these on Facebook, or somebody will buy them, man. Somebody's always looking. So, guys, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate each and every one of you, man, for taking this time and joining me. So we'll see ourselves again in a couple hours, man. We should be live at Immokalee Raceway, man. So always remember, guys, to love God, love your family, and always love racing, man. God bless you guys.